Hello, everybody. Welcome to LAS 301. My name is Tony. Just going to give you a brief tour of the class. Don't worry if this number is not your exact number. I have more than one course, and so the video is going to be the same depending on which version of LAS 301 you are taking. So this is the course. Check out the announcements tab. There's only a couple of things there, but it's important information. So how the papers are graded, it's the rubric, and how to go about presenting your information and discussion. So check those out. You're going to want to read the syllabus, of course, all the information that you're going to need for pretty much the rules and parameters of the course, how to get hold of me. Here's my office number. Here's my email. Everything is right there. The way that I set up the course is that when you click on the home, you're going to see all of the modules available. So the first one, and possibly the most important one, is called Vital Information, and it comes first. So the syllabus is here. That is part of the vital information, but the rest of this information is here for you. This is the tour that you're watching. This is just a place where you can introduce yourself and so forth. Over here on the right is a calendar view. This schedule will probably be deleted by the time you get here because it doesn't have specific dates. But every time you log in, the calendar will be over here for the right. That's important. All the due dates are on the calendar. You are held accountable to those. My late policy is 24 hours, meaning that for discussions, and there's a whole discussion rubric there so you can get there, 24 hours. After the initial posting, but there is no late policy at the end of discussion because discussion is open all week. But any assignment that you're supposed to turn in, there's several, 24 hours from the due date to when it's turned in. If you don't turn it in, if you turn it in from 1 minute after it's due to 24 hours after it's due, you lose half points. Once the 24 hours go by, you get a 0. That's my late policy. This is a quick course. It is 8 weeks. 16 weeks worth of material crammed into 8 weeks. So we do a lot. I turn papers around quickly. If you have a paper due on Wednesday, you're going to have it back by Friday. If you have discussions due close on Friday, I'm going to have them graded by Saturday. I don't mess around with the grading, so therefore I don't mess around with waiting for people to turn stuff in late. Of course, if there's very unique circumstances that can be documented, those are things that we can discuss. But my late policy is 24 hours or it's a 0. So if you turn it in 12 hours late and the paper's worth 100 points and you earned 80 points on the paper, that means you get 40. If you would have earned a perfect score, which isn't really necessarily possible, most people don't earn a perfect score at anything, but an A, you get a 99 or a 98. I cut that in half. Okay, so that would mean you would get you would look like you get a failing grade even though you earned an A on the paper. So that's why the late policy is really important, that you're aware of that and you don't, disregard that. So all the information here, college writing basics. Here's the discussion rubric, APA basics, quoting versus cited, how to use signal phrases, how to cite a lecture, and a library tour. You're not graded in particular on any one of these. There's not a quiz after quoting versus citing. There's not a quiz after college writing basics. But there's information presented in the college writing basics PDF. And if you choose to not read it, or you choose to not take notes, or you choose to disregard it, it doesn't mean that you will not be marked down for the information that is presented there when you do not apply it in discussion or in papers. So this information is here. It is vital. That's why it's in the Vital Information tab, and you have to choose to use it. These never close, so you can go back to them as many times as you want. These are video lectures. This is a handout. These are handouts. Each week, there'll be discussion. Again, check out that discussion rubric, and there's an overview, and then these are the things you need to look through and read and familiarize yourself with before you get to discussion. Don't just click on discussion and start trying to answer questions without having looked through the material. You should be citing your material each week. Okay, so whatever it is that we're discussing, you're not required to necessarily cite every piece of information in the discussion, but you should be referring to the information in discussion. That's why it's there. So Each week, there's going to be discussions, and every so often, there's going to be assignments. So paradigm shift paper. This is the paper that is due here on the 26th of January in the winter term. That may be different. If this is a winter 2 term, that date will be different. But the paradigm shift paper is what you write based on one of the books that you chose to read from the reading list. Remember, you didn't need to read all of those books. You needed to pick one of those books. So take a look. The whole semester is open to you a whole week before the class is open. I'm readily available. I respond to my emails within 24 hours. The only time that won't be true is maybe on a Sunday, Saturday night, Sunday. If you email me something at Thursday night at midnight, I'm going to answer you Friday morning as soon as I get up and start working. If you email me Saturday night at midnight, you may not hear from me until later in the day on Sunday. Sunday is kind of the day I don't work as much. I work every day, but Sunday's the day where it might take a little bit longer for me to get back with you. I run the class Monday through Friday, essentially using the weekends as a time for you to either work ahead on your next week's assignment or finish up a paper, or to just allow you to take some time off. It's important that you allow yourself a break too. Okay? If you have any questions, email me. You saw my email there in the syllabus, or you can use this People tab and you can get hold of me there, and you can click on my name and send me an email from there too. I don't push my emails to my smartphone. I don't think that is a smart thing for me to do since I'm online all day. So again, 24 hours, you'll hear back from me. If you have any questions now, though, before class starts, or any questions about any of the information here, by all means, email me, leave me a voicemail. I am quick to respond. Okay? If you have any questions, please email. Never just assume. I cannot stress enough the importance to me that you reach out and ask questions when you have them. That's why I'm here. This isn't a hobby. This is my job. I'm here to help you. Okay? Thanks.